if you're watching this on the flip, my recommended settings will always be 1.2, 1.5. I say that shit every flipping video just for anyone who's new. There could be a lot of information, and if you speed it up a little bit, you can slow it down where you don't understand and analyze it. But yeah, man, we're getting ready to get started. I'm just tweeting out the link. So if you as well feel like this content is valuable, I always say it, but make sure you hit that like button and share out the information, get more people into our ecosystem. Or, you know, if you have some confused Zenian homies, you feel like they're a little lost at space, send them the link, let them know we're talking that gas here. But I'm about to get started in a few seconds. Just tweeting it out. Let's go. All right, is this thing on? Is this thing on? What's up, everybody? This your boy Crypto Bruh, aka More World Peace, the DJ / producer, back again with another video about the Zen world and Zen related topics. We be here Monday through Friday with a special members video where the Zenians get together and we powwow and slap hands and say jokes that only we laugh at. On Wednesdays, that's the Alpha Stream members only. Those are the green people you see in the chat. Shout outs to the members. But today is September 29th, 2023. We got one more day of September, then it's October. Then it is October. It's also Friday. It's the end of the week. Wrap it up. That's what's happening right now too. So yeah, man, we'll be back next on Monday. So there's gonna be a 2-day pause, no Zen content. Maybe some other people are saying something. So make sure you follow me on Twitter if you want the 24/7 Zen content, and or you are in our Telegram, which is Zen World. Find the Zen World Telegram. I think the link is in my description. Maybe not. If not, go to Tree City West website. He got the link right there for you if you want that 24-hour Zen fix. But yeah, we'll be back Monday talking more of whatever developed over the weekend. But there is a lot of stuff happening today in Zen. So without further ado, let's just look at it real quick. Want to kick off the stream shouting out DXN. Shout outs Rosvin. You know what I'm saying? My Romania homie. I think he's the first Romanian person that I've actually come in contact with, to be honest. I mean, I'm American as F, dog. Like, I am American. North America, bruh. What's up? Shout out to the chat. What up, Dennis? All the way from Uganda. Got Tofu. What up, Tofu? What up, Khalil? What up, Lydia? Dr. Jones. L Matrix. What's up, y'all? What's up, Bud Green? It's a celebration, bitches. Yeah, we celebrating. I'm still celebrating. Which y'all thought? Y'all over here, y'all talking about the hashing. All right, we're gonna talk about the Zen blocks, just like the title says. CPU versus GPU, or is it CPU plus GPU? We're gonna talk about it. I honestly think, just real quick off my rip, I honestly think it's CPU plus GPU. I don't think it's CPU versus GPU. So look, just like that, within a span of 2 weeks, another conundrum for yourself to, you know, bring more complexity to your belief system of what Zen was supposed to be from the beginning, right? So now you're contemplating whether or not you're at the end of your road because all you have is CPU power, right? I honestly think it's just an addition. And that's why we went to GPU, but we're gonna talk about it. There's a lot of technicals into that, and I don't want to lose anybody who's not too nerdy at the beginning of the stream, right? So real quick on DXN, I haven't been talking about price. Actually, I saved the price talk for the members this past Wednesday, so we were talking about price Wednesday, looking at what could potentially happen going into today. And yeah, DXN is doing very well, exactly how I pictured it, which is they re-release the Polygon version of xeNFTs. Oh, this isn't loading. Let's get this load. Let's get this load going. They polished up Polygon xeNFTs, which then allowed everyone to know or to feel like, hey, this is it's a good development team. I already know that shit. And if you follow the stream and you've watched my streams with Rosvin, I hope you feel the same, that he's very transparent and that he is here for first principles and he is here for community participation. So that proof of participation of building a community of users that understand that the more that they use the system, the more benefits they get from it, right? One of the use cases in DXN is going to be simply vanilla staking, which is you stake your coins. I say this a lot, but for anyone who's new or anyone in the back of the class that just moved to the front because their antennas are finally up, you have a staking class, right? You stake your coins, and as people burn their Zen to mint DXN, you get a portion of the protocol fee, right? Now, over time, we have learned that the protocol fee is not as exciting as it could be, right? But it's okay because this should with the hood. Something fell down, but I don't know what fell down. Okay, whatever. But this it's the squirrel. Yeah. My window closed though, so they can't attack me. All right. But yeah, so we learned that the divs are not what we wished for them to be. They definitely have more impact on the protocol when there's more people involved. So you need more people in order for DXN to have that euphoria of, wow, it's making it rain dividends. So DXN is a crazy concept because in the very beginning of its inception, when nobody understood it, it actually organically had that. And also, the reason why I had all this ETH that entered back here, let's go into the past. It's the squirrel. When all this ETH was entering right here, so we're gonna go, this is zen.pub, by the way, for anybody that was in the back of the class that's now in the front. This is zen.pub. This is where we get all of our information. This is what you've been looking at when you've been watching my videos for the last 6 months now. Shout outs, and shout out to Yosef. He's still cooking. He's got a lot going on this site. So shout out to Yosef. And so yeah, when all this ETH was entering DXN, this is because it had to get the coin out of the contract, I guess you can say. So there was a lot of ETH entering because at the same time, I'm glad he has a chart here. Let's go ahead and go to the weekly. We'll get a better explanation. Yeah, don't fear the long time frames anymore in these charts, y'all. Love them for what they are. So looking at the weekly here, when this was happening, so we can see here April 3rd. This is in days. This started on March 22nd was when this started. So you can think of day 0 as March 22nd, and you can go from there. It'd be nice, maybe if Yosef, if you're watching this. But who fucking cares? Do your own math, right? Do your own research. Don't say, I can't do it because it doesn't have the dates there. That sounds like you're fucking giving up already. We're done with that. That was Zen 1.1. Zen 1.0, you could just give up and run away and nobody would care about you. But in Zen 2.0, we picking people up that want to get picked up. And then we really gonna leave you behind. All right. So yeah, looking at that 2022, so there's 31 days, or there's 30 days in March, so that's 8 days. So right here, this is the 30th of March on day 8, right? So on day 9, it was peaking 119 Ethereum. All right, so let's go ahead and zoom back down into the days. Let's look at it. So right here, so there's 31 days. So 22, 30, that's still day 8, whatever. Day 9 is 31. Day 10 is April 10th. So day 10 is April 1st. So you'll see here, the price skyrocketed all the way up here. Let me get a bigger chart. I gotta look at that. I try to use ZenPub, but this thing will squeeze, bruh. So yeah, right here, April 1st, we saw our first top in DXN, which was around $45, and then a sell-off. And that's because it was 10 days of mining. And if you haven't caught the pattern in Zen yet, you should. Oh shit, my fucking music is hella loud, huh? Damn. Hourglass will disappear. I'm gonna make the chat gray again. Give me 300 days. Yeah, let's gray up this beach. Let's see who keeps the hourglass. What up, Geochlan? Or who gifts, or who becomes the new gifter? Who's gonna be the new gifter? How about that? But yeah, looking at the chart here, it tells us the story. So in Zen, if you haven't realized, everybody is working in a 10-day fashion. Everything is in 10 days. I don't know why. It's community consensus, to be honest, because it's so damn fair that everybody's thinking the fucking same. Everybody thinks that they got a fucking edge on someone, but technically you don't. And once more, or how do we say this? More and more people are realizing the edges. You had a better opportunity of having an edge in Zen back in March, April, May, right? At the beginning of DB Zen, because DB Zen, in my also opinion, it's just my opinion, I think DB Zen created a different type of Zenian that has been researching it. And those that understand is why it's going up in price. And if you still don't understand it, that's why I'm kind of giving you the basis right now, right? Like the people who are staking, they're staked because the protocol fee is gonna go up from people burning Zen to get DB Zen, because every single day less DB Zen is available for new users, motherfuckers who don't know about this shit. And that's where we're headed right now, right? We're headed towards mass adoption and people who don't know about this. And if you're brand new and you're just finding out about this, and you found this video because there's a bunch of words in it that are things you're looking for, Zen blocks or DB Zen, and you're trying to get extra information, welcome. And you are part of having to play catch up. I'm sorry. And this is why the whales are not going to unload the bag. We will see bags sold, but unloading the bag, maybe not as much, because there's not that many available. So right now, the total amount of DXN, what is the total supply here? Let's go to the contracts. What's the total supply? There's also some that have been sent to a dead address, so be cautious here. But yeah, this first sell-off was just a 10-day retrace, and then we retraced for 4 days, and everybody thought DXN was over. But then you see these wicks. These wicks were so heavy in sales that, in my opinion as well, these 4 days of selling showed those people at the top like, damn, I ain't gonna have enough DXN. Right? And we were still pumping in fees. So 4 days after the 10th, on the 14th, you see here, oh shit, I don't have enough DXN. So people start burning again. More ETH is going into the pool because they're burning again. And then whoever in this 14-day period here that understood what was happening, they are the market maker that created this sideways, right? And they held that bitch for 10 fucking days. 10, or I guess you could say 2 weeks. They were able to hold that up before they started to just sell it down. Down. And again, gas went down too. So this was a period in time where gas was really, really high. So a lot of ETH had to come in, right? So gas has been steadily going down. And we know that this is a traditional time for down gas. It could last until January pretty much, or December, because a lot of people aren't on the network. And it's pretty insane how many people really are not on the network. Like last year, Gwei was, 13. I guess it's the same. Yeah, it's around the same. What the fuck? I'm waiting for 4. I'm waiting for everyone to get off the fucking network, man. Get off Ethereum, y'all. What the fuck y'all doing? Y'all don't even understand crypto. Get off of it. Quit now. But yeah, DXN. Let's go to the future. DXN had a successful breakout out of it, this bottom here. I adjusted my trend just so I can see what's going on, and I did it off this down line here, or this down from the 18th. We can see we retraced quite a bit, but there was a lot of healthy wicks in DXN. These wicks, you always want to pay attention to the wicks. The more wicks you see, more likelihood there's going to be a pump. So you'll see it here, right here too. Here you'll say, oh wow, there's a ton of wicks. But you really got to look back at what was going on here for this to happen, right? So I like to see these longer wicks. That usually gives me the indication shit's going down. You can say it that way too, longer wicks. There's always going to be a little wick, but it's like, what are they, what these are called fuck. I forget the name because I'm not a trader, but these doji candles, these dojis, those are indicators too to let you know there's a reverse happening, possible reverses. I think it's called like a graveyard or something, but they don't really work. This is why I don't trade, because narratives control the price, not the fucking dojis. Maybe back before the internet was a real thing and like analytics and shit, you could be like, oh, they're trying to play a joke on us. But in this new future, that joke is actually real. Like somebody's like, nah, we're gonna send a signal that tries to throw your bot off. So I hate the concept of a doji. What I like my personal one, again, is just, I like to see long wicks and recovers. And then I like to stay true to the narrative to see what's happening. So here, these long wicks, this was because Polygon failed. So people started to sell their DXN at the lowest lows because they didn't want it to go any lower, right? So this pump was because DXNFT was coming out. This sideways trade was because people were profitable on Polygon, but they weren't like extremely profitable. So this sell came when we started to get the news that like, hey, we got to redeploy Polygon and push back the launch of Ethereum because, you know, we got issues in the code. So this was really a tested time here. Shout outs to those that held, who bought the lows here. DXNFTs on Polygon is working really well. We'll see what the payouts are looking like today. I don't think it's paid out yet. Let's see. But yeah, long story short, that this is why the price is where the price is in DXN. You should be accumulating it because the core value of DXN is going to burn a shit ton of Zen. And we haven't forgot about Zen. People are like, oh, you forgot about Zen. Like, nah, man, that's older brother now, which is crazy because it's newer technology. Older brother is the new technology. Younger brother is the old technology. The proof of work. What a mind fuck. Yeah, we're here to confuse you. But yeah, DBZen's going crazy. Wow, we're almost to 10 trillion Zen burned. We just broke the 9 trillion mark since Genesis. That's crazy. A round of applause to the Zenians out there. We clapping. They said it was a failure. Now they're wondering what the fuck were they even burning for? Shit. Tony D said DBZen to pump for 3 weeks for DXNFTs, but then sells off and price goes back down. That's what you feel? I don't know though. I think there's a hidden variable there. The variable is Ethereum itself. And if ETH goes down in price, which I do believe is going to happen, it's going to pull the network down. And if it pulls the network down, all of the Zen stuff actually benefits, because since ETH is cheaper, it's easier to acquire DXN, because now you have the ability to afford protocol fee. So it'll be easier for you to burn more Zen. So everything in DBZen actually intensifies if ETH goes down in price, right? So if you believe we are back, then you're probably telling me, bruh, come on, bro, we're going up. What the fuck you mean? But I am here to tell you Where is the liquidity? Where is it coming from? Who's gonna pump your bags? Where is it coming from? Right? So I do see people buying Zen with ETH as a hedge, similar to how people hedge their dollars with Bitcoin, right? And I don't see people hedging dollars with Bitcoin because Bitcoin is considered a technology stock in the real world. And in the real world, people sell tech and risky assets when shit is falling. And you can watch other channels for that, because that's not what I talk about here. But I just keep it in the back pocket so y'all know I'm in tune. And the dollar, in case you didn't fucking know, is still pumping. This is bad. This is bad. Crash landing on the fucking way. Right? Oh, it's already doing it. So it's on the pullback. Crash landing. Dun 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 dun. Crash landing. Yeah, and all this stuff is going to get pulled down with it, because the problem is that XeNFTs that you can get hit with or not is our products do not have any sorts of funding. They're backed and funded by individual research funds. I don't know, what do you want to be called, Zenians? What do you want your Zen research to be called? Because you are the research and development of the fair crypto, right? By providing your own experience in your own crypto and your own funds to experience and have an outcome with this stuff, you literally are running a research and development business, right? You are DBZen, because you help DBZen, and DBZen is gonna use the data that they have to bring in other people, right? But they're fair. Shadows Rosman. I mean, yeah, you guys should be able to see it from all angles. And yeah, you yourself are doing a lot of crypto research, so don't stop yourself from believing that you can make this something bigger than what you ever thought it could be. It could be more than a hobby. I'm fucking talking on YouTube every day for the last 6 months, trying to turn this hobby into a business, because again, it is social economics when we're looking at how these cryptos work, since we know how they work, and we know that the liquidity sector known as the US government federal dollar, we know that sector, those people buy things because they are marketed to, and or it's pushed to them, right? So having that bigger philosophy of understanding that crypto is a tech concept in the reality for people who want to apply risk to something that's risky, right? Even though it's not, it's fucking SHA-256. You can verify this shit upside down, round and round. But yeah, it's a risk, I guess, right? So knowing they're gonna take their risk assets and fucking run away, I don't know where liquidity is gonna come from. So sorry to my bull homies. Y'all can stay bulls though. We need the hopium. But damn, tell me why this went up and touched the butt. Like in Finding Nemo. I've been had this line here, and this went up and respected it right on the dot and said pullback time. Hey, let's go look at it. How'd it get up there? Ooh, that's what you don't want to see. This is like you ever had to use the bathroom so bad that you like push the door open and it hit the wall? That's what this candle is. So get the fuck out of my way. And then they relieve themselves. Now they're leaving the bathroom. You can have it. I destroyed it. I couldn't wait any longer. Let's get up to that support line. That's wild, man. Again, I'm not a trader. I'm just an observer, bro. Research and development. Sucks for anybody who's like really passionate about this shit. Should come to your senses, my G. And again, the reason why it's easy to call this is because think of it. How the fuck are we gonna get back to $2,000 worth of Ethereum? Like, have you seen the news on ETH? Like, they're saying NFTs are 95% dead. Like, that's not good news. Like, that's bad. This is very bad Ethereum news. And then there was other Ethereum news where like Vitalik moved like 600 ETH to Coinbase. Like, that's not good news. That doesn't look good for ETH. Everybody's all cheering. I want him to hold my funds. I'm like, bro, he about to dump on y'all. Vitalik about to release the bag. Gonna buy a chain, become a rapper. Nah, I still share crypto. It's just deep bear vibes. Hell yeah. Crypto's a scam though. Yo, crypto's scammy as F, bro. Overbought as fuck at the moment. I learned not to tell people you do crypto. Man, I be telling people I'm in crypto like crazy now in real life. It's like when I'm doing DJ gigs and I step off and motherfuckers ask me what I'm doing. I'm like, bro, I'm in crypto. I'm like, yeah, I stream crypto and we talk about it. And it's actually, it resonates with people pretty well because they don't know shit about it. So to meet someone in IRL, especially with the magnitude of attention that I guess I'm placing on myself by standing in front of people and playing music and shit. So that extra magnitude of like, wow, he's actually here and got the gig, blah, blah, blah. Like I've mapped this shit out like a billion times in my head. But yeah, that magnitude of electricity actually brings people to a little bit of an open state. And when I tell people, yeah, I'm in crypto and that's what I do outside of this, they get really excited. They're actually intrigued. They want to know more. They act like they understand what the fuck I'm saying. I'd be like, yo, I know you don't understand anything. You don't even know how Bitcoin is made, but you know how to buy one, right? So, yeah, man, tell people you're in crypto, bro. Come on. Be prideful. Say that shit with your chest. Bitch, I'm in crypto. Start pushing people back with that. Bitch, I'm in crypto. I'm wearing the DXN shirt today. Bitch, I'm in crypto. How do you figure out Windows Zen Miner? I need a compiler. Should download Terminal. But yeah, let's talk about that too. All right, we're gonna pivot. We've been talking about price for 30 minutes. DBZen's doing great. It's having a pullback. If you want to do more analyzation on it, we talk about this in my streams from the past and throughout the week. Just do your own due diligence on the bigger accounts, putting it down, and stay tuned or stay hip to the contract so you can see who's doing what and what's happening. You can also see your max supply and all that good jazz, all that original crypto stuff. All right. Wow, we're pushing almost 100,000 transactions on DBZen. That's crazy. For 2.7 thousand holders, stupid with it. And now we don't even know if that's the real number because some people haven't even claimed it. Wow. But yeah, you can go to here. I like to go here, right, and look at the DBZen page because on DBZen page, that's where you can see the unstakes. And you can see how much they unstake. So you can see here somebody just unstake 295, right? Let's look if there's another unstake 2 hours ago, 500, right? So you got to be worried of the unstakers because they're gonna slow bleed it down. That's part of their game. They have to do it because they want profit, and you're in a trading environment, so you're gonna have to deal with it. So if you don't want to deal with it, get your DXN from the DEX, stake it, and don't look back. Welcome to the team. And then when xeNFTs come out, play this game. Since you probably got a shit ton of DBs, you probably got a ton of xeNFTs, right? Tons of those things, right? That's another mental thing that people have to take away from their experience in Zen. Not everything in Zen is about having protocol fee. Sometimes it's about having Zen. So protocol fee being native coin. Your native coin makes you think a certain type of way because you're trying to bring it into the equation, right? And in Zen, somebody said this to me. I'll give him a shout out. Shout out Simple Waters. But way back, I want to say like February, we after DBZen launched, I was talking with Simple Waters in the spaces. I think Rosvin was there too. So this is maybe mid-February, early March, right before the Ethereum launch of DBZen, when we were starting to have the euphoria of like, whoa, what can this do for us? And then when Rosvin dropped the knowledge of Xenon, which is a gasless transaction protocol. I don't know if you know about this, but so we have Xenon, which is a utility for Xenians, where you can use Xenon to pay, or you can use the Zen to pay for the gas fee in your xeNFT, right? So as you can see, this looks just like xeNFTs, right? Who would have thought? But yeah, that's what they did. They basically are just bringing their tables over, which is really cool. And what I like about this is that, oopsies. So DBZen is, they have this thing where you can do this, and then they have this thing where you can do that, blah, blah, blah. But when we started to realize what this could do for this, we started to think like, hey, maybe Xenians are going to get away from the native chain that they're on. Like maybe in the future, which now I guess we're in, you don't think about Ethereum, Matic, Avalanche, all the other things under the sun. You know, you don't think about that. It's not part of your equation anymore as a Xenian. Your equation is actually just Zen products and staying in Zen with the Zen that you've made from those natives. So this is kind of why, again, like DBZNFTs should have more of an impact, because a lot of people have a lot of xeNFTs. And why not wrap it for the next 400, 500 days and get divs from everybody else wrapping theirs from 400, 500 days, right? And get divs from people putting their, staking their DBZen, right? So it's going to be very, 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 very intriguing to watch on ETH. And this is why we're seeing this price appreciation, because those that are hip to the game know that they need a lot of DXN. So those that are hip to the game are also trying to push the price down on yo bitch ass. And this is why I'm saying just buy, stake, and don't worry. Keep creating keep creating NFTs so that you can play the DBZNFTs the right way in order to ROI or to make some extra crypto so that you can burn some Zen. You know, it's gonna be wild. We're gonna see how this goes. But yeah, I'm very, very, very bullish on the whole situation. On the whole situation. All right. I'm pivoting. Nerd time. I didn't even talk about Zen price, but yeah, Zen price going up too. Isn't Xenon not available for PulseChain Zen? Yeah, it's not available for PulseChain Zen because PulseChain doesn't have the gas network set up yet. So Xenon is using these are the only chains that work because Xenon is using I forgot the name of it. It's like Ethereum gas network. I don't know what it's called. I hella forgot because I haven't been doing research on it in a long time. Yeah, is it the gas station? Yeah, maybe it's the gas station. Yeah, GSN. So ethless transactions made possible. So Xenon and the DBZen team, they just cloned GSN, which uses Ethereum, or it basically is a client that grabs it's just a smart contract. It grabs your xeNFT, and then when you go to do something, it takes it off the ETH network to take it onto a group of nodes. Those groups, man, it's a clone, man. You want to learn, become a member. We'll talk about it on Wednesday. But yeah, it's a clone of this, and that's why it doesn't work on PulseChain. Unfortunately, PulseChain would need to introduce this into their blockchain stack, and then everybody could use it. That actually brings up a good segue. Okay, we'll talk about Zen blocks in a second. I'm sorry, nerds, but I gotta talk about this. So we do have because it's in relationship to DBZen. Not fucks with DBZen. We got this shit, a crypto bitch. PZen. We have DB's NFTs coming out, I believe October 23rd. Correct me if I'm wrong. And we have people dumping PZen. So I'm not gonna say I've been accumulating this shit, but just for the public sake of things, y'all better. I hope y'all got bags. Let's look at the holders list. Can you see that on here? You can't. Let's try though. I hope you got a bag of PulseChain, because you're not gonna be able to keep up with a couple billion. Okay, especially if someone out there goes, hey, you know what? I'm gonna absorb most of the Pulse. Right. So what's crazy about the whales on the other DXN chains is they're absorbing majority of the native. Like one of the reasons why I accidentally rage quitted Avalanche was because I saw the gas hack and I didn't comprehend it and I rage quit. Right. When really I could have just been in the top with everybody else, snagging as much as I could, even though I'm not the king on the hill. Right. The king on the hill is the person who's going to burn the most every single day and has the capital to stay up there. So the question is are there going to be kings of the hill in PZen, because PulseChain seems very valuable to people who believe in it, even more valuable than other chains. Like, I think people really want Pulse. I don't know why I'm not really into this one, but I can see it. So I've been accumulating PulseChain Zen because I have a feeling we're going to be very surprised at what battle. They're going to have a civil war over here in PulseChain. I can't wait to watch it. I'm just going to be on the sideline eating popcorn and shit, wearing my DBZen shirt, just watching these motherfuckers savagely rip each other apart. My thing's better than your thing. Your thing's a shit coin. I'm a Zenian on Pulse. Some blah, blah, blah shit. Shout outs Jack Coin. Hey, if you want to become a Zenian on Pulse, you better hold Jack. Shit. Are you a Zenian on Pulse if you don't have Jack in your wallet? If you're not trading Jack back and forth at least 2 times a day. At least. Motherfucker, just throw 50 cents over the border 2 times just so you can burn some Zen. Hey, proof of participation, man. That's why I like it. But yeah, this is going to leave a lot of Pulsicans in a conundrum, because if this starts to take off because people want the Pulse, and then now you have to like not bite the apple, which is someone with a lot of Pulse, and not bring it to this liquidity pool, man, it's going to be hard to resist. Zenians are known for recycling on top of each other. And and what's crazy is that DBZen, the reason why DBZen is such a threat to your blockchain is because, again, someone could say, you know what, I want a lot of these tokens. And if people are going to come to this block, which is a dApp, and they're going to burn their native coin with Zen in chance of ROIing on that native coin, I'm probably going to want to be top dog on the hill to get all the free native coin coming in so that I am holding the bag of the native. And what's a better chain than PulseChain, where motherfuckers have been asking for DBZen since the inception? These people have been asking, they've been praying, Rosvin, please bring us the dApp to make us the wealthiest on PulseChain. Bring us, it's because it's a trap. So like I said, that's what I said, man. You know that meme where it's like the Jesus dude and then the girl bent over and it's like him like, I can't. That's going to be a lot of PulseChain whales trying not to play DBZen. They're going to try their hardest. Man, they're going to try their hardest. They're probably going to be cloning it and remixing it and flipping it in all different types of ways. And it's up to you as Zenians on PulseChain to protect it. I'm not there, so. But yeah. Minting on Pulse is a battle. I stopped minting and just DCA, much better now. Yeah, minting is done on Pulse. I mean, you can still mint. Doesn't I mean, if you're a believer, you should be max minting all the time. If you're playing the short game, yeah, you're buying. Like me, like that's why I'm like, oh, yeah, everybody on PulseChain just cares about price. So why wouldn't you buy this before DBZen and sell the fucking news? You know, Now the question is that's why I'm trying to inspire the PulseChains. Do you want a civil war? I think you should brew one up. I think that's way funner and more entertaining than just dumping on your fellow Xenian, because they're gonna hold if you do it right. But yeah, with DBZen coming here and the possibilities of some Pulse leaving hardcore PulseChains hands and entering into the Zen economy, I think there's an opportunity here for everyone in the Zen community to just totally port our economical value over here and just steal the chain. But it's up to us if we want to do that. Yeah. So figure it out. Figure out your fucking play. I don't know what day it is. Here, we'll figure it out right now, man. I can't leave you hanging like that. Let's go to DBZen's Twitter. The Twitter. Let's go to the Twitter. No, it's right here. October 23rd. Did I put a line up for that? No, let's line it up. Let's give it a line up. Vertical line. All right. For the target audience, you're running out of time. Here, let's see how much time you got. And if you don't know how to get to PulseChain, so you got 24 days. You got 24 days to make your decision. You saw what happened on Ethereum, and they're gonna say the same shit to them. You want to see what happened to DBZen on Ethereum? You want to see every Zen chart that DBZen has affected? Man, you were playing yourself if you're not gonna use this fucking knowledge. Jesus. That's how I feel about Zen blocks. I feel like so many people are just like being so stupid and like being stupid on purpose or something. It's like, bro, you understand it. Like, let it free. What are you scared of? Being the hardest nigga on the block or some shit? Like, I gotta be the hardest. Like, come on, man. Relax your shoulders. Let the hose in. That's how I feel. But yeah, this 24 days, what you're gonna do? So you're gonna Zenfi it. I haven't been on Zenfi in a minute because I haven't been moving around. I've been trying to figure out what I'm gonna do next when it comes to Zen blocks. But yeah, if you use Zenfi, if you use Zenfi, you can get to PulseChain, and it's really simple to get here, right? You can use your ETH. I've done it once upon a time ago. What's bad right now? Yeah, here, we'll send some ETH to PulseChain. We'll get some PLS. I ain't got no PLS over there right now, so let's get some PLS. We'll do 0.1 or 0.01. No. Or I'll do 0.5. I'll send $25. So you see right now, it's using Change Now as the router, and it could take up to 10. I would say with a disclaimer, it could take up to 2 hours, to be honest, sometimes. And you can send your ETH straight to PulseChain, and it's going to use Change Now to get it into your Pulse address. Right, so you would hit swap via Change Now. You could also send it to a different address. Let's see what the gas is for me to send ETH right now. Oh, I'm not even on the right network. Send a big bag, bruh. Nope. I'm not doing that. At least I wouldn't do it here, so you guys know. Oh, it was only 50 cents. Oh, it's only 50 cents. Birdman ASMR. Cleo told me Raz is making DBZen blocks. LOL. I just made that up. Hey, if okay, I gotta send it again. All right, whatever. Let's confirm it. Send it out of here. Wait, am I sending it twice? What the fuck? Better not be sending it twice. I'm be mad as hell. But yeah, the whole DXN blockchain thing, man, I don't think it's really something that's gonna change anything. What I do see is a real like, that's what I was saying. Like, people are gonna make blockchains by burning Zen, and the more creative you are of burning this new finite supply concept. Well, I shouldn't say finite, but it is in abundance. So if you want to figure out how to burn a lot of Zen with people who can't, with the crew that cannot get a lot, or they can get a lot, like you can make a blockchain. That's what's so crazy about Zen. So this is a fun way to see it too. I haven't updated this, and we'll wait for that thing to do its thing, and we'll go to PulseChain and see if it drop. But what I'm saying here is, like, imagine if DXN does release a blockchain, then technically people have invested over 100K worth of Zen at these lows into that blockchain. You could think of it that way, invest, but realistically they burned. So it's a burn, it's not an invest. It's a deletion to make a creation. So I don't really know what that means in the court of law. Like, like, I deleted them so I can make something new. Like, that sounds like a ritual to me or something else. Like, it doesn't sound like anything where you are doing anything, It's just, I got to figure it out. There's probably different ways to spin it to make it evil. But in my opinion, why are you throwing away 100K in general? So knowing that DXN does provide this theory that technically, if they are going to release a blockchain and it is going to use DXN, then they did technically release a blockchain on top of Zen. Mind blown. And then if they have people using their chain, using DXN, saying they have to go and get more DXN, so they're using the lobby every day. Bro. That's why I'm hyped for DXN. I'm excited for the future. I see it already in the vision. And again, I've been saying you should be minting in general, because these gas levels you'll never get again if Ethereum really gets online. Like, we're in a bear market, so we don't know what post-bull 2024 and beyond looks like for Ethereum. For all we know right now, what we're experiencing is a present time event, and it's only here now and gone tomorrow. So it's up to you to believe whatever the fuck you want to believe. So I believe in the present, and that's why I'm like, or in school, I was that dude when the teacher would call roll and shit, and then I would be like, what would I say? Or everybody would be like present, or they'd be like here, and then you had that one kid in the class that would be like party house. That was me. I would always tell the sub, they'd be like, crypto, bruh. That wasn't my name, but yeah, they should have been saying that. They'd be like, crypto, bruh. And I'd be like, party house. So are you present? Man, difficulty on Zen blocks is so high that the CPU is worthless now. My mining's days are over. You could think that. Let's look into it now, y'all. Let's get off of this. We'll go back. We'll see if, okay, hold up. This shit might have worked already. Oh, look at that. That was fast as hell. So I got the pulse. I already got the pulse. That's tight. Let's swap it around. What I might do though, because we got some days, what might be a good idea, let's look at Jack price. I'm not buying no pulse shit coins. If they don't burn Zen, I don't want them. So don't even send them to me. Just because I got some PulseChain. You might see a bigger bag going into the account later. Oh, okay. Y'all trying to dump it? All right. So check it out. This Jack coin burns Zen, right? And it's on PulseChain. So this Jack coin burns Zen. And the way that it does it is it uses 1%. Actually, here we'll go to the website so you can see it. Oh, shit. So it's jack.community, and this is made by a developer named Slashdot. And until I started running command line on PC, I never understood that motherfucker's name. I was like, Slashdot, what the fuck is that, bro? Like, huh? But now that I'm running builds in the command line, I'm like, oh, you gotta do slash then dot. Gotcha. Nerdy motherfucker. So you'll see right here, burn status. They've burned over 285 billion Zen already, right? This contract is on Pulse because that's where a lot of meme users are in cryptocurrency. If you're a super duper nerdy, you don't understand PulseChain, this is why there's a lot of people in Pulse, because it's lucrative and the fun comedic crypto side of things, where a lot of people are using crypto degen and ignorance to reconstruct crypto's use case, right? So the reconstruct here is that a lot of dApps used to use rebasing to pay the users, but in this case it's using a rebase of 1% to actually burn your Zen. So again, RFI token, reflection tokens, rebase tokens, they usually pay the users. In this one, it pays Zenians by burning Zen. So it's pretty unique. And the higher it goes in price, the more and more difficult it's going to be to get Jack. So that's the degen play in Jack, is that if you're bag holding over time, you should have the biggest bag with people not being able to obtain the same if it gains adoption, which is pretty epic. But again, some people don't think like that. They don't understand shit like that. They didn't hear it explained to them like that, so they just think it's a shit coin. And again, those people holding the bags, they could delete them by totally selling all of their Jack coins, right? So what does that do for you as a Zenian? I would say keep your eye on this right now, because if this goes, or you can maybe even let's see, is this trading on the day, on the minutes, or y'all niggas not trading over there? Not really. It's trading in a 15-minute interval, it looks like. So I mean, what you could try to do is cash the dips and then sell the tops, right? And you could just use this as like a trading token. Cash dip, sell tops, right? Cash dip, sell top, right? And if it's trading sideways like this just means no one's here. So where everyone's waiting for someone to dump. When somebody dumps it, buy the dip, regular crypto shit. Regular crypto shit. But you can use this as entertainment while you're getting your PZN ready for xeNFTs, right? I don't know what it's gonna look like, but there we go. We got some PulseChain. Whoop-de-whoop-de-doo. But yeah, Zen blogs, bro. Zen blogs. Where we at? 55 minutes? That ain't shit. All my streams now are like 2 hours. Y'all enjoy the 2-hour streams, or should we go back to just like 1 hour and we done with it? Hell yeah, I just figured out what slash dot means, man. I'm a nerd, but I don't build like that. I've always thought to myself, I should be building like in the internet. And I mean, I built my own website. So like if you go to my website, here's my ADHD kicking in. Yeah, feel free to go to my website. It's just moreworldpeace.com, right? Like I literally swooped moreworldpeace.com. The year was 2016 and I could not believe no one had that shit. I was like, I gotta get this. But yeah, I coded my website from scratch. This was a project I built for myself to see if I could do it. And I've successfully did it. Free space on Get Pages. So I don't have to pay for server space because I host everything through the internet. So I taught myself how to do this shit. So, I'm average, advanced. Just like your average Zenian. You're an average advanced user. Like you're just on the average cusp, but you're also way more advanced than most other people. So if you push yourself to the limit, you're going to become above average and unlock the potential, young one. That's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, I didn't know what slash dot meant. I'm a noob. Nah, I like the long streams. Yeah, the streams have definitely intensified in time. Why is Zen down every day? Remy, you back again, bro, with the downness? I told you, you gotta go talk to Jack, bro. Jack will tell you. What up, Rolando? Let's hit the like button. Content is muy fuego. Yeah, hit the like button. Only got 13 likes, man. Damn, y'all hate me, man. What the fuck? Can bro get some likes, bro? Come on, I'm crypto, bitch. I'm here every day. All you can do, the one thing you could do is like. And I just talked about PulseChain. I know I got some PulseChains out there that want to hit that like button. Quick post shill. And I'm gonna shill it again, because don't miss out on DXN on Pulse. Those kids are going to have fun with that. I don't know if you got like, if you ever just released or seen someone really excited run into a crowd, that's gonna be DXN. Like, that joy for you watching them run in there, like you want to be there so you can experience it. But yeah, looking at Zen blocks right now, look at the current difficulty is at 15,800, right? So if I bring up mine, all right, let's get the miner going. Let's see what it's looking like. You know, we had a great concept a couple days ago, but just for some realization, let's see what the miner's looking like. What you see here though is my miracle, because I'm still running sync node, and I'll get to that. I think it's still important to run sync node, even though you might not be able to mine blocks if you do validate sync node. And then when things go live, it seems like if you're validating sync node, get your hands on a super block, you can get extra stuff from running sync node. So we're waiting for that to see what happens next. But here's a breakdown on this too as well, so if you're a little confused on this. Let's blow this up. So when you start your mining round, you're gonna see it pop up and it's gonna say like it's mining at craziness, because the base difficulty now is around 1500. So what happens is it's gonna go ahead and it's gonna tap into the network, right? So it's mining a block on your computer, but it's gonna go, cool, we mine in on the computer, but we need to go and tap in with the network. So once it taps in with the network, it's gonna update itself to the nodes that are on the network, also mining to push to the blockchain, right? That's the code. The code itself is built in Python. The blockchain is built in Python, and the game in the blockchain is to get on that same code and push a hash out that's going to push to the ledger. And then when that hits into the blocks, now everybody that's doing sync node, you get to keep, and that's why it's important for you to push sync node too, right? Just to double check all the blocks on your computer. So you're going to push sync, and then you're going to get ownership of the block. And then it's going to show up in your wallet because you own it, because you brute forced it and you were the person that did it, right? And that's why I'm saying, if you did this 2 weeks ago, if you were being curious and you were just like, hey, why is all the nerds getting excited? You might have gotten a couple of blocks. But now, because so many people have turned on GPU miners, it has risen the difficulty from 1500 to 15,000. Is over 1,000x the amount of difficulty. Okay, now this is like the title says, this is a great segue because we're in hour number 1 now of this conversation. But what's happening here is that as the GPUs come online, they are simply just better pieces of hardware. That's why they're more expensive, and it's a little bit more complex to design on. So you'll see right now my difficulty, and I'm streaming, I got a ton of tabs open, and again, a week or a couple of days ago we were at 300 hashes with a bunch of stuff going on the computer. But now we're looking at this, right? And I don't even know what, here, let's see what the, if you go to your terminal and you run P.o.P, top will bring up all of your processes happening, and it'll also bring up your CPU. So I do have some space to add a couple more, excuse me, the coffee. To add a couple more of these windows, because I'm only at 35 CPU usage. But I'm not gonna get much more hash power, because the hash power is based on the difficulty, and as difficulty goes up, it takes more memory for hashing. And this is why people are subjective to moving to GPU mining with their computer if they feel like they, want to tap in. So let's look at it. It is what it is. I honestly think, let me stop this process. So, okay, we'll leave it up. We'll see if we can get a block or some shit. We'll see if it can do it. It doubled overnight. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Is that a 10x? From 1500 to 15,000. I guess that is a 10x. Just kidding. Hey man, my mind's scrambled right now. Nah, it's 1,000x. What's the difference between Zen blocks and Uni blocks? Yeah, we'll talk about that too. So we don't really have a dashboard. This is like our dashboard, I guess you could say. If you do mine Zen blocks though, there is Hashhead, which is a website created by Tree City West. So shout out to Tree City West. And what it will do for you is it will show you everything. It's not showing my Uni blocks right now. He's probably got to update that or something. But it's not showing my unis, but it's showing how many blocks I have. So Uni blocks, these are blocks that come out at the top of the hour, or like I think it's like 10 minutes after the hour starts is when you're able to mine the Uni block. And then the super block, in order for it to mine, the hash has to have like 65 capital letters, and Zen 11. And then this block, the Zenium block, the way that it's hashed is when you have Zen 11 in the hash when you complete the block. So the real difference is, just think of these as tokens. These are tokens that are hashes, tokenized hashes. And this is cool because right now it's showing that if you update the mining script, you can add extra tokens to the physical mine and make it so that there's a reason for people to hash. So this is actually really dope. If you get into hashing, like cryptographic hashing, this is what Bitcoin started with. And welcome. I mean, I feel the same. I feel like I've been welcomed into a club that has been running for a long time. Probably wrote the book 1984, you know? And like I said, I was born in 1991. So I have been drained of getting this close to the blockchain, to be honest, especially if you grew up in America, especially if you grew up in the hood. The fuck? Everybody in the hood only uses Bitcoins for hood activities. They don't care about mining them. They want hood activities. So it's hard as hell to get to it, and I feel welcomed. But yeah, these are tokenized hashes within the mining algorithm that allows the overall system to have more value and more scarcity. And this is why I was saying it appears that Jack Levin, he here, let's go to the Telegram. That's probably where all the information is. Where's the telly at? Down here. And this is why it's important. So before we get to that, this is why it's all important. What the caption says: GPU versus CPU, or is it CPU plus GPU? And personally, again, I was saying, I think it's CPU plus GPU. And if you don't have both, then this is why you feel impacted right now. Where is it at? It's right here. All right, so this is what Tree City West said earlier in the Telegram, which is pretty dope. Because I had asked the question, I was like, hey, why would we enable GPU if it's just going to hurt the system and lower and actually rise the bar of rise the barrier of entry, right? Rise it, not raise it, rise it. Because now you need to go and get GPU, and you need to understand how to configure the GPU to work. So those that are really, really, really in tuned with everything, they're already set up and running. That's why the difficulty shot up so fast, because once you understand how to navigate the GitHub, technically, theoretically, is nothing but a G thing, you know? So a lot of people have already navigated this. They turned on their miners, they're up and they're running, and they're leaving us behind. So we have to, remix it and try to understand what's going on. So I even had to go and ask the question, and Tree City West hit me with this. He said, before we can decentralize the network, we need more hash power. Otherwise, someone could easily spin up a CPU and do a 51% attack. If we want the blockchain and the transactions and a decentralized ledger, then we need to pump the difficulty and the hash power. And I was like, damn, man, thanks for breaking that down, because I didn't understand why we would want more. But I do understand the 5150 attack. So if you don't know what that is, this is what the demise of crypto is. When Bitcoin first started, everybody would say Bitcoin was going to fail because somebody would 51% attack the chain when they were trying to get the node started back in 2010. And that's why realistically Bitcoin didn't come to a consensus until 2013. I mean, it was already there. Like, if you believe in Bitcoin, then you know from the moment that that white paper dropped, consensus went live. That's like me and XenBlocks. Like, I already know consensus is live. Now I'm watching it come to life. I'm watching the sync node. I'm watching the GPUs come online now. I'm watching people see value in the difficulty way, or the way that difficulty works, which is actually pretty valuable. Because again, go and watch Zensu's video. He explains the difficulty beautifully. Maybe I'll even try to bring it up in a second here. But yeah, as more people come online, it's similar to Zen. As more people come online, difficulty rises, which then makes it, because Argon 2 works off of memory, and that's why it's GPU resistant. And now people have confused, in a sense, this code right here. In a sense, Woody has come out with something to help confuse your GPU into mining Argon. And that's why it takes a build. Like, you have to rebuild your GPU so that you can utilize its technology to push the hash computation further than your CPU, right? Because it's resistant to it. So it's not supposed to work off the rip. You got to have some extra packages to get it. And that's what's fun now. It's like, okay, cool. We're really getting far away from the basic belief system. And this is why people might be confused right now. Like, hey, I was hashing yesterday and I had 100, and I'm hashing today and I have 40. All right, what happened? Right, and that's why you're seeing that difficulty at where it is. GPUs came online because they can push more information to get more hashes, to get bigger hash power, to mine blocks faster. Okay, so eventually it's gonna reach a point where it's really hard for them to mine because they've mined as much as they could. And if they want to keep going, I mean, if we want this to keep going, then that's when we have to add more power, more hash, right? We have to add more people, more, no pun intended, will need to show up. And then in a sense, XenBlocks is living its own life. So, I mean, I have never experienced anything like this. But yeah, the GPU came online to help with consensus and security, to get closer to immutability. And the person who developed this, again, this is a member in our community who basically brute forced the concept because nobody wanted it, and they went and they created it. And I asked him, his name is Woody, in the chat, like, why do this? And then they were like, open source is a hell of a drug. Open source is a hell of a drug. And that's the crazy part about open source. When things are open source, someone can come and do something else, you know? The craziest part about it, though, is that they created the GPU mining concept and they've connected it to the blockchain that we've already started to create. And that's the innovation there. So now anybody with a GPU that understands all this, they can come into our ecosystem now, and they can start mining these, asking the questions like, hey, is this going to become something? Like, what are you guys doing over here? And for you, as someone who's mining from a CPU, now it's like, ah, shit, I'm being priced out because I don't have enough power. So think of it that way too. It's just like Zen. Like when the whales came in and they realized they can do day one mints and fucking sell and make profit, that's the GPU people coming in saying, what are you guys doing over here? But most of these people right now are Zenians. So we haven't even really seen what the benchmark looks like if this were to break out into that community. And it's possible because, again, miners are always looking for something to make profit off of. And if there's profit to be made, they can deliver them out. And if you've been following Jack Levin, he's been talking about ways to stake all of these coins to keep them from just having sell-offs, which is going back to like original crypto, or our original state of Zen, which is how do you protect the little guy, right? The little guy is protected with time and Zen, and then staking. And the longer you stake in time today, you'll benefit from someone in 8 years. But it's not fair for them because they came 8 years later, right? So there's always going to be that unfair advantage concept, but it's the build to make it work, which is valuable. And that's what I see in Zen, and I see in Zen blocks. I see value in the way that it's being constructed and and being designed in its infrastructure, so that it's being used and not just like a dead coin. Like a lot of minted coins are dead, just like in token world. So it's going to be cool to see GPUs come online. It's a bonus to our situation. And again, if you just started because you got hip to the game, all I can say to you is I hope you learn your lesson, dude. How many more times? Nah, that's not true. But you'll see here, actually, Tree City West, shout outs. He added some extra stuff here. He actually added how many Xeniums are out already. So there's going to be 310 million a year. So we're at 17 totally minted out. And if the hash rate is going to go up, hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the total miners. There's only 3,000 people mining right now. So yeah, this could definitely, if this breaks into the GPU community, and they learn about the ethos of Zen, and then they learn about Jack Levin, and they don't know anything about the Moon Boys and Zen Forever Down, and they don't know anything about that. All they see is that we built a blockchain from nothing. We have 3,000 users of educated crypto people. They're gonna fucking turn their miners on. All right, and that's gonna help us get closer to consensus. And then when we get closer to consensus and immutability, hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your hats. It's literally that simple. That's right. We're going down. What else? DH land? Yeah, Zen might be going down. People selling their Zen to buy computers now. So how do you set this up though? Right? How do we get into the GPU world if we don't have GPUs? There's two ways. One way is going to be run pod. I showed this yesterday on my stream. And what we're learning right now, and what I'm gonna bring to the table from what I'm learning, I haven't done it today because I streamed beforehand. But if you get run pod, if you want to do because it seems like, okay, I'm gonna keep it real. CPU is fire, but that's really for people who own their CPUs more than I would say it is. Zen is a scam. Sell all your Zen, make a shirt, bruh. Oh yeah, I should make a shirt that says sell all your Zen, because Zen is a scam. Shout out to Hochland. Zen's a scam, guys. Please sell it. But yeah, like here you can buy GPU time, right? In intervals. They also take Bitcoin. You pay with crypto in your region if your region allows you to. But you get some credits, and then you go over here to these pods, and you can basically rent GPU power by the hour. So, if you want to if you want to try it out, maybe you want to get a GPU cloud server over CPU cloud server, right? Because GPU, it just seems it's gonna be the one, man. And yeah. I know some people out there are gonna be like, this doesn't help us, but it really does help us. It puts us in the race with all the big leagues, right? Let's go with CoinMarketCap. It puts us in the league because all of this stuff is going to be GPU mining. And if we're not GPU mining, then technically we're just behind them. If that makes any sense. Like when you're trying to reach for the stars and you're trying to be the best, you can't be just rocking the same shit everybody else is wearing, or you can't be having the same numbers as everybody else. You got to be having new numbers, new concepts. Here, let's look at I guess you can't see it here. They don't really get that in depth. So I hope you can start seeing too how surface level CoinMarketCap and all these things are, and why like having questions and asking questions in your browser is getting to a higher light of energy an insight. So what I would do if I wanted to really get into this is I would probably start with understanding what GPU mining is. It's good to see Investopedia has an article about this, because they're a credible resource. So if they're talking about it, it looks like this was last updated in 2023. So crypto GPU mining isn't something new. This is something that's already happening, because Bitcoin is basically GPU mining, as well as ASIC mining. But ASIC is what really brings the Bitcoin to your front door, not running a NVIDIA. You're gonna need like 100 NVIDIAs and a good prayer to get a Bitcoin compared to an ASIC, because realistically you want to have 100 ASICs, and that's why they're 10 racks each. And people are still buying them right now, because if you can get one at your crib and if brute force a Bitcoin to your front door, you're happy. Like, yeah. How do GPUs help in crypto mining? Cryptocurrency was originally performed using CPUs, or central processing units. However, a limited processing speed and high power consumption led to the limited output, rendering the CPU-based processing insufficient. Crypto mining rigs explain from CPU to GPU to ASIC. So maybe ASIC does come online with Zen at some point, but somebody would have to create the script, and it would need to get adopted by the community. And it would probably get adopted if it stole the hash rate. Everybody would be like, shit. Just like the GPU thing. When GPU came online and it stole the hash rate, and then everybody was like, all right, I got to figure out how I'm going to GPU this, because that's where it's at. Let's see if we got a bit. Nah. And it's possible. Don't count yourself out. Everything is based on hashes and randomness. And this is why you're not limited out. You're just limited to how many times your computer can push the hash. And if you want more, just like anything in this life, if you don't think this is fair and you want more, you have to go out and obtain it. And if the world and the reality is going to put it in your face that you don't have the resources to, obtain the fairness, then you need to reevaluate your situation and understand where you stand. Now it makes me wonder, shit, can we get a script for my PlayStation 5? Bro, I could dedicate 4 hours to the P5, you feel me? So if somebody want to make a Zen miner for my PlayStation 5 to use the GPU, pump that bitch out and let me know. Throw it on. If we could put it on a USB, plug and play, I'll let the P5 run for 4 hours, bro. We'll try to get a super token out of that. I'm more interested in how to build and compile the Zen. Okay. How are you going to make a video on how to make? Are you gonna make a video on how to set it up? Yo, jailbreak that bitch. Jailbreak the P5, right? Somebody jailbreak it. But yeah, I want to make a tutorial video. What I'm learning though is, okay, so here's my learns in the last 24 hours, and we'll see if my learns can get me into the game right now. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to go to templates when we're on RunPod. You need to get some money in here too. I got like $9 right now, so we good. Should be all right for at least an hour. So the next thing we're gonna want to do is find a template that can run a compiler and give us server space so we can do what we need to do in the terminal set. So I found two in RunPod so far that I've tried out, but the furthest I got was this one here, which is going to be Jupyter Lab. But the issue here is I didn't realize some stuff. Should we do Jupyter Lab? Okay, so I haven't used this Ubuntu desktop yet, but here, we'll just do Jupyter Lab. We'll just do Jupyter Lab. Fuck. All right. So, okay, let me go back. I just made an impulse pick. So there's two that I've discovered that I need to continue to do research on. So if you want to research with me and you got RunPod, please press the button. So what we have is Ubuntu. Oh, excuse me. Wait, not that one. This one right here. So Ubuntu desktop. So this is like a desktop for NVIDIA, so that you can kind of program it to do everything. And then there's also Jupyter Lab. Actually, let's do this one. Let's do this one. I haven't tried this one yet, but now that I'm learning more about what I need to do, it might be the best because Ubuntu is going to give you versatility with the way that it's set up. So let's get a good one. Also too, since you're just running GPU hashing, you don't really need a secure cloud. I would say go with a community cloud and save some cents on a really good GPU. So you'll see here they got like the RXTs, and you're gonna need to get a NVIDIA one too. I'm not too sure about the other ones, but yeah, if you get a NVIDIA, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I see RTX, and I'm like NVIDIA. So you want to get one that says RTX in front of it. We're gonna do some more research to make sure it. And then what I like to do is a custom deploy here. I like to raise my container to 50. This is like your temporary disk space. And then the volume, I like to put it to 100 just in case. Just always, anytime I use this stuff. So what we're gonna do now is go ahead and hit set overrides. We'll go ahead and hit continue with deploy. Let's go to my pods. So right now what it's gonna be doing is setting up my pod. So we're gonna let it set up. And then when it says connect, we're gonna connect to it. Please enter this guy. He wrote on your Telegram. What'd you say? What'd you say? Let me see. Yo, bruh, at the top. Which one? Which guy? Which guy am I looking at? Oh, okay. But you see, Divest, that's a good marketing, because now I don't even need to know it says NVIDIA. I just look for that, and that's what they do. That's dope. But I believe it has to be NVIDIA because of because in the README, so always read me. That's the number one thing to always do is read me. All right, when you read me, you'll notice that you're gonna have to have the COD or the CUDA and OpenCL installed on your computer in order for you to access everything. So quick start. If you're familiar with using terminal, follow these commands and they will help you get started. All right. This is dope. This wasn't here yesterday, so they did a lot for us. The most challenging thing that I had ran into was sudo. I didn't have sudo installed, and you can run into an issue when you get to sudo. But let's look at it real quick. So look, everything is here for you. When you do the README, they literally tell you each line you're gonna run. You're gonna run each one of these lines. But if you don't have sudo, you're gonna run into an issue off the rip. So you're probably gonna need to make sure you have sudo. Oh, it tells you right here to make sudo. But I would say check sudo first. Let's see if my pod is up. Okay. Let's see if I can get into this. Yikes. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to get RunPod. I want to get RunPod into my terminal. I think that's gonna be the move, because I don't want to always use the web terminal. But you'll see here you can start a web terminal. And the thing is when you're doing a web terminal, you're gonna have to run everything without seeing it, and then you just don't get a whole bunch of stuff. So this is why yet I haven't figured it all out. But this is Linux in RunPod on a GPU, right? So now I'm really close. I just got to set it up and get more familiar with this Ubuntu, whatever the hell this is, and then we can go from there. But let's see how far we can get right now. All right, so we're gonna, first we got to do is install sudo. All right. All right, so it has sudo. Let's make sure it has Python. All right, so it's got Python, but is this right? Damn it. Fuck. How do I update? All right, but it has that, but it needs to update the Python. Fuck. I forgot how to update. So I guess I'm not there yet. I'm sorry, guys. But this is how close I've gotten. So I know where we need to go. So if you're using RunPod and you want to keep doing this experiment, you need to run the template for Ubuntu. But then what's cool is once you get this going, so I was researching this. You can get a desktop, so it makes it easier to file manage. Oopsies. Desktop GUI. So you can get a GUI for this, and then like you can see the server and all this other stuff. So this is what I'm trying to get at. Like, need to get to this part so I can really start to understand how we can use like RunPod to get this going. But I haven't yet understood this part. So if you're out there in the community and you can help us get further, we almost there with RunPod. Yeah, so you don't know RunPod, but you know Linux. Yeah, so at least I found the Linux on RunPod. I'm doing my part, bro. I'm doing my part. Here, I'm gonna turn this shit off because I'm just wasting my 75 cents right now. Stop the pod. So if you need to see this again, because again, currently I don't know what I'm doing, and I got we got a rainy day today, and luckily I'm DJing tonight, so tomorrow I'm gonna have a lot of time on my hands recovering, and we'll go ahead and really figure this out, because GPU is going to be the move. So you're going to want to probably get away from being on CPU unless you own it. So if you have your own computer and you have a good CPU, keep mining with CPU, but also use your GPU so you can get even more, right? You're dual mining. You're using your CPU power and your GPU power to mine Zen blocks, and you have an advantage because you have a home computer. Like a lot of us, like myself, are from our laptop era. Like, you know, I'm coming out of 2010 to today, and we've been forced laptops. Like everybody who's probably even watching this is maybe looking at their phone who's been forced phone. So this is really turning into a desktop environment. And the only way you're going to get ahead of the desktop is by using some sort of cloud server on your laptop. All right. So I like RunPod. Here, I'm going to actually drop my link in the chat, man. So if you want to use RunPod, I think you can use my referral link and share with your friends. Every penny they spend, you get to earn 2% for lifetime. Oh, I don't know what that means, but if you want to use RunPod, use mine. I brought you to the promised land, bitch. You better use my shit. No, I'm just kidding. Do whatever you want to do. Do whatever you want to do. I have a gaming laptop. Yeah. You gonna use that, Devast? You gonna turn that bad boy on? Man, it's done in 28 days. See if I see the chat today. Oh shit, what's done in 28 days? Why mine Zen blocks if they're worthless? What do you mean? Why buy Cheetos? Why buy anything that's not healthy for you? Right? It's worthless. Why buy gas? It's going to get deleted. It's worthless. Value is amongst the holder, the creator, right? Or that's what I say. Value is amongst the creator. Those that hold can either say that they're holders or they can say they're creators. So ZenBlocks is worth something. Do you see this mining difficulty? Shit. And again, as the difficulty rises, that means that we have less chance for a 51% attack, which would usually mean that a group of miners control more than 50% of the network of the hash rate. So the more people that come online, the bigger the hashes become, the harder and the more expensive it becomes to 51% attack. And that's why Bitcoin is $26,000, because it's expensive. And that's why it's not likely for Bitcoin or for any cryptocurrencies to go to zero. It's not likely. It can, but it's unlikely, because that would mean that the security of the network is at risk. So it'd be on the people who believe in the network to up the hash rate to make sure that it stays secure, which would then essentially up the price for the users on the network, right? That's why we can make a prediction of how low it will go, but we know it's going to catch a flow, because it can only go so low before it becomes a miner's game again. And the miners go, like on ETH, it would be like, the network is down to 500. Do I believe in ETH? Because I could buy a ton of Ethereum and stake it. And as it gets back to where it was before, when the euphoria of NFTs of 2020 comes back and everyone's back on Ethereum, I have a validation node and I'm making revenue from people transacting on the blockchain, passive income, right? So that is the value. In case you didn't know, that's crypto. That's how crypto is. That's why your favorite crypto is valuable. Yes, it's hard, but I keep getting errors when I build the GPU miner file. What's your error that you get? Because I know that one of the errors that a lot of other people were getting was in regards to this part. So when you you build, you got to do the sudo. Then this right here is where it seems like a lot of people run into an issue. Yesterday they had a code here that had a equal. So that had to get removed. But they'd let you know that this person that made this, he's pretty he seems pretty fucking smart. He knows exactly what he's doing. And that's why he brute forced it to work. Probably once he got it working, he was like, oh shit, what did I just unleash? But yeah, if you're caught up right here, this is a good place to be caught up on. I think you want to be caught up right here, because that means you're just missing one step behind you. Where's that step at? It could be this step. Is it this step? Or there's this one too. Additional configuration options. You might need to do something like this too. It gets pretty fucked up, but go to the Telegram and someone can probably guide you in the right way, bro. Straight up. I'm here for the tech. To help X1 run, not anything about the money. Yeah, this is really for X1. Like, I mean, your Zen is going to benefit so much. Like, imagine how expensive the concept of X1 is if ZenBlocks takes over the narrative and steals it from Zen. And some would be like, oh, well, now Zen's going to go down in price. It's like, no, Zen is still an outlet to X1. And now X1's even more valuable because of ZenBlocks, which is going to make Zen more expensive, because the people who are in ZenBlocks are going to be like, well, there's this cheaper version of X1 that I can get my hands on. And I have some crypto now because I sold some of my blocks. I made it from thin air. Now I can sell them to people. Let's fucking go. Good fun. My ear itches like crazy. Hold on, we got to scratch this ear. Where you stuck at? I can guide you. Hey, shout out to Tekken. Follow him on YouTube as well. He's doing a lot of guidance videos in the community to help you get acclimated. Actually, shout out to Tekken, because Tekken pushed a video. That video is what got me into ZenBlocks. So big ups to you, bro, because if your video, you didn't go through your errors, I would have not felt comfortable going through my errors. And like seeing like how I just had an error, right? And I rage quit because I'm on stream and I'm paying for it. You know, use Zen Miner CPU to learn the processes, and that's why I'm not knocking that. You need to learn the processes. Don't just try to stay with the course with the with the champions, I mean, it would be fun, but sometimes you got to stay in the gulag, you know, and level up a little bit. So that's the CPU miner, and Tekken, his videos get you online, because you'll see some struggle, and then you'll be able to comprehend his struggles and make sure if you're experiencing the same, you can, you know, quickly fix it. And as the GPU becomes more understood by the community, you'll probably get to understand it a lot more if you don't understand it 24 hours after it came out. Like, it's only been out for a couple of hours. Like, what is it right now? This shit has been out. When did this file go live? Does it say when this went live? Nah, it doesn't. GPU miner. Oh yeah, 13 hours ago. So this isn't even 13 or 20 hours ago. Yeah, less than a day old. If you're not on it right now, don't worry about it. You're good. You'll catch up. And there will be blocks for you, so you're not late. As we can see here, there's gonna be 310 million Zen blocks. So right now there's 17 million Zen blocks over here. 17 million Zen blocks. So you have you have 200 million that are still out there to be hashed out, and you have time to come online and get your strategy together of how you're gonna get your hands on these first 310 million. Because again, ZenBlocks is going to have halvenings every year to lessen the amount that is made going forward. All right, to a point where it's just no blocks, just hashing. Or no, people won't, or how do you say this? People won't be hashing for gas. They'll be hashing for something else. You know, like a Zuni, you know, or a super block, you know, or whatever the fuck life is when we get to that moment. But that's like, seems like 15 years from now. From what Mr. Jack Levin said, it's like 15 years or some shit. I just came to realize Zen community has a lot of experienced developers. Yeah, man, we got some really good devs, man. What I think it is it's beyond the like-minded individuals. I think we're in I think if you're still here a year later, you're in the mix with the cypherpunks, and we've been waiting to, I don't know, come out, I guess, of the woodworks. Our interest in our relationship is just way stronger than I think the reality understands. And that's what's cool about being a Zenian. It's as soon as you mint Zen, find interest, and apply theory, you become part of the gang, you know. But you have to apply interest and apply theory. You can't just come here and say Zen forever down. You can't just come and say I'm into Zen to make money. You really need to be able to theoretically understand the ethos to say, wow, this could potentially change crypto forever. A reverse engineered crypto, like, yeah, we need to research this. We need to reverse engineer Bitcoin and the crypto industry, because it's too upside down, and the only way anyone's going to be able to enter as a little person is through the way that we're redesigning it using Zen, straight up. So we got a lot of smart people because of that theory. That's what I think, at least. Yep. Oh, if you're looking to do it on Mac, because Tekken is doing it on Windows. Zenmon. So Zenmon dev Steve, he actually created a terminal update. Yeah, we gotta go here. I'll show you it and I'll put it in the chat. He made a GitHub. So he said updated the code a bit. Here's a pull request for Mac OS. So running the G. So I just saw your question, Q. Here's your potential answer. Or here, we'll see what they say. What's going on here? Oh, okay. Hold on. So it's not necessarily something. It's just like a question. Wait, I added some updates to the file. Added some updates to the files to allow Build on Mac OS. Testing on 13X. Really cool. Thanks for the Mac support. So all right, so if you're really really into this, here's your link. I have no clue what the fuck is happening here, but there's your link for possible CL integration on Mac, because it does appear as if, so what you would essentially do, I think this is a code checker, so this is old code, new code. You would import this new stuff. If Apple, you know, that's cool. If Unix, not Apple. So yeah, he added that right there. That code. Damn, shout outs. Damn, man, we got some smart ass developers. He said, oh shit, this ain't gonna work for Mac. Hold on, I got the hits. Clickety clickety clack clack click 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 click. Works. And that might be why some people are running into issues. If you're on Mac, I just dropped that link in there. This might help solve your problem. Yo, bro, what computer are you using right now? I'm using a 2020 MacBook Pro. But it's like it has an i5 Intel processor for quad core. So it's very hip 3 years ago. But I'm getting ready to turn on a 10 core processor ThinkBook that I have. But we'll see. Now that I'm seeing what's happening, my strategy is changing a little bit, because I can't just do it, right? Like now I'm gonna really have to put some energy, some extra funds behind this. So I want to make sure the next move I do is impactful, because I can see where we're going, right? And I want to be right there with them. And I'm feeling blessed. You know, I'm feeling like me getting these 71 blocks. That might be the most blocks I get for the rest of the time. If you're on CPU only, if you're on device only and you're not moving the GPU, what you have might be what you have. You know, and if you want to get more, you're going to have to level it up. God damn. Yeah, look at this. Difficulty is going to keep going up. But you see here, this is something I'm noticing too. What we're getting though is a standard amount of hashes. So essentially, once anyone comes online, though, everyone will have the same amount. You know, and it's just going to keep being harder and harder and harder as this difficulty rises. And you're going to need more and more computers to get more and more stuff. You know, and as more, and like that's why too, it's not what Tree City West installed to me is, and it's not about everyone running to a cloud server. Because if everyone runs to a cloud server, Rumpod could pull the fucking plug, and then now where did all the rigs that were mining Zen, they could just flip them and say, fuck it, we're gonna mine Zen now. Why are we letting other people mine Zen? We should mine Zen. So that could potentially happen. They could rug pull. So this is why you want to make your own at the house. You want to have a physical setup. You want to be building towards that, and that's kind of where I'm at with it too. I'm like, all right, I need to build towards a physical setup. I need to have that GPU Ferrari sitting underneath my desk right now, ready to fire off whenever. And people have that shit right now. They don't even know it. They're just like, oh, whatever. I just got a cool computer because it's got lights in it. Sounds like the same shit that happened in Bitcoin. When Bitcoin really took off, the people who were mining it were gamers because they just play Call of Duty all day. And then they were like, oh, so when I'm not playing Call of Duty, I can just use my CPU power to hash Bitcoin. Okay. And then those are today's Bitcoin's millionaires. So, yeah, I think history is going to repeat itself. And these challenges that we're having as Zenians of where do we get our hardware from to start mining is what's going to bring the value. Because everyone else is not paying attention right now. They're going to come in and then we're going to already have it set up. And then they're going to have to buy in because they weren't part of the setup. Right? They're not getting today's discount. They're getting tomorrow's discount, which is usually less than today's discount. Right? And if you've been mining for 2 weeks, you got the best discount. And now today's discount is not 2 weeks ago. It'll never be 2 weeks ago. That shit is gone. And I hope you learned your lesson. Right? The lesson here is be a fucking Zen Maxi. Don't question it. Just go for it. And yeah. Jack Levin will tell me not to tell you to be a Maxi. But fuck that shit, man. If you like Zen, throw the X up. You know what I'm saying? Wear the t-shirt. I'm crypto, bitch. Feel good. Feel like you're doing something with yourself. You're bettering the world. Feel inspired to tell people you're bettering the world because you're involved in Zen, and it's teaching you about crypto as a whole, not just regular crypto. But we got that too. You know, be proud. That's all I'm saying. And I think being proud in it will give you the best strategy going forward. But what we need is just one tutorial on a cloud, which I hope I can cook before someone else. And then that's when it's really going to get fun. But the problem is most of these GPU clouds, they don't have an interface for desktop management because they're assuming you just want to use the GPU to make funny photos or, you know, AI right now. They don't think crypto mining is back yet. So a lot to learn, a lot to learn. It said throw your X up. You know what I'm saying? Throw that. Don't be proud of that shit, man. Because there's a lot of people that are falling off right now, and they're gonna be swimming on the side of the boat, and we're gonna be throwing them fucking buoys in January. Like, oh man, here he goes. He wasn't around in November because he fell off the fucking ship in October. Here's a buoy, bro. Catch on. Don't worry, I got a few blocks I can give away. This is gonna happen. We're gonna be giving these shits away for free to people. That's probably what's gonna happen. So hodl your blocks once there's a marketplace. I became a Zen Maxi at heart. I got my only supported block when difficulties was 1300. I gotta boot up the GPU tonight. Oh, okay. Oh, you got a super block. Shit. Yeah, everybody who got the supers already, man, they're killing it. Cause that was an opportunity, but right now, shout out to Playboy Cardi. But right now, even though the hash rate is low, you could actually still get something because everything is based off of luck because of the randomness of the Argon hashing algorithm. All right, because it's a password hashing algorithm for protection of cybersecurity. So technically, what you're looking for could pop up out the blue on some blue streak, and you got the vault, you got the super block with 50 hashes, while somebody else is hashing at 8,000 and they haven't gotten a super block in days, but they got a ton of unis, right? So that's the benefit of keeping keeping at least one terminal open. If you want, you can maybe leave it open and maybe hit the lotto, and it will be a news event. Like people will be like, "Yo, what the fuck? You mined a super block at 50 hashes?" Like, yeah, dude, I fucking did it. So be proud of that too. Hey, thanks, Josh. I applaud you for being here. Straight up, more gang. I've only got a 380 mining, and it's hashing at 24K hashes. I'm trying to get it dedicated if I want to power up my rig or not. Or I'm trying to decide if I want to power up my rig. You have 20,000. What? Yeah. Yo, A3, power it up, man. You see the difficulties rising, so the longer you're thinking about it, the more you're missing out because you have it. And that's what I mean. My theory is changing when the GPU came out yesterday. At first, I was like, shit, that's going to fuck it up for everybody. But then what it made me realize was, oh, wait, there's a lot of people sitting on GPUs right now, and they turned them off because there's no hopium. So we can, I think I was just starting to look at this. But yeah, GPU mining. There's some sites where you can see, let me close some tabs here. I got way too many tabs open, dude. Oh yeah, fuck, I forgot I went to PulseChain while I was live. I gotta stop doing that. Nah, I fucks with you. I fucks with the PulseChains. We about to take over the network. Get my pulse ready. All right, T then. Okay. This thing should start. Okay, there we go. Memory back. So, see if we can find a chart. Let's see what we can find. Okay, so this is just a GPU profitability chart. Let's just look at. I think it has to be NVIDIA. So you don't even want to look at AMD right now. Somebody in the community would need to come out with a configured file to change the AMD GPUs. That's why NVIDIA has entered this sector, because they have this thing called the CUDA, which allows you to reconfigure the whole GPU to do whatever you want it to do. And that's what our smart people was like, hey, I know I can make this bitch mine. All of us that were dumb people were like, yeah, they can never get into this. But little did we know, we had a hacker in the back like, nah, I'm going to make mine come online. So what I want to see though is the top coin revenues. Yeah, like where are the coins? Can we see the coins? What to mine? Yeah, where are the coins? Oh, coins. But where are like the GPU specific coins, bro? That's what I want to see. Here we go. Below a little bit. So right now, looks like there's something going on. See, I never really understood it. I've always looked over here at what to mine, like back when ETH Classic was a thing, and I never understood why there was all these extra coins, but could be something worth looking into. But this is what I'm trying to get at. What happens when ZenBlocks is up here, right? And nobody was even thinking about this shit, and it's got the Zen community behind it. It's got users behind it. It's not just one of these extra coins on here that we have no clue anything about. Like none of these. I have no clue why these are valuable. Like, why are these valuable? You feel me? Like, what is the value behind this? All right, let's just click on the top one. This algorithm is so K-Pow. What's that? Or Ka-Pow. Oh, so nice hash. Showing statistics, Ka-Pow. What is this? Something proof of work. Ka-Pow, proof of work. Ka-Pow. So also too, yeah, nice hash. This is a place where they've set up or pioneered this idea of hashing. They've been around for a while. They have a lot of hashing pools. That's what we'll probably see happening in the Zen world. We'll see a lot of GPU pools come alive so that people can power together. Buying hashing power. A lot to learn, man. There's a lot to learn. Man, this is extensive algorithms. Hey, shout out to library. So look, if you've been out the loop because you've never used your GPU to do anything outside of playing video games, look at all this stuff for you to do. Now, I don't know how you make money off this shit. There's only one thing I see here that makes sense to me, which is library. But you can probably do some research. So SHA-256, that's Bitcoin. We got the base SHA-256 ASIC. Then there's script. That's another good one. Or that's what a lot of things are built on now, is script. But yeah, man, I'm just trying to show you that this is a world that has already been built out. And as a Zen blocker, you're coming into the mix here, and this is why GPU had to go live. If GPU didn't go live, people on these sites wouldn't take us serious, because they'd be like, what? CPU? What are you, Picoin? Right? What is this? Is this really a scam? Like, y'all don't want to have the best security? Like, your attacks, your account or your network is gonna get 150, bro. So it won't attract people over. But what will happen is if there is a lot of miners online, and miners grow every day, other miners, such as my guy A3, will be like, maybe I should do this just because these bitches are just laying around and I can bet on Jack Levin. Like, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm like, man, you now it's like, if you think you're wasting power, how quick is think of how quick the community is developing and how fast until we have a marketplace. That's something I'm thinking about. I'm like, how fast till we have a marketplace and we can bring in the degens in our community that have no clue how to mine, because they are very mad, right? They're pissed. They feel left the fuck out. They've been buying Zen on their Android Samsung, so they don't have no access to computers. Those individuals, that person, like, how do we get them involved is by doing GPU, because then they'll come through when the marketplace is live, and then they'll pair either Zen with Zen blocks, right? The wrapped version of it, of Zenium on ETH or whatever. I mean, we got all the tech, so it's not hard to make more from what we got, I want to get connected deeper with GPUs. My laptop ain't that good. I'm running to run Zen blocks. Yeah, laptops are all right. If I have over 2K NFTs on Pulse, but I'm only interested in Zen blocks right now. Hey, put your mind to it, man. I like to make fun of it. I call it cow pow. That's what it looked like kapow. Their logo should be like a punch, Ravencoin is a popular crypto on Cowpow. I'll go. Yeah, I got to figure out these other algorithms, because I never saw the value. I'm a token head. I'm coming 2017 Ethereum, Tron, DeFi, surface level cryptocurrency. 23, I've turned into 100% spawned cypherpunk that cares about the matrix. So I need to learn about these algorithms, because they seem profitable. I have 5 billion PZN mints coming every day for a year. I every year kind of a degen a little. Nah, Wavy, that's the way to do it though. You're gonna have all of it. We were just talking about why we had to go and start looking at Pulse, because when DXN gets there, I do expect PulseChain, Zen, to see something happen. Now, you do have some bad actors over there too. I'm not gonna say bad actors, but you got some people who are gonna think for themselves, and they potentially will sell on your head. So, play your game how you want to play it. Burn it for DXN. I would say you have the advantage in DXN if you're minting Pulse and you have the most right now. Selling your Pulse will be giving it to the person that's gonna burn it on DXN. So technically, if you mint it, this is just an experienced person telling you from their experience. If you've minted Zen for a pocket of opportunity, use it for that opportunity. Do not sell it, or what was the reason for minting it? You could have just bought it for much cheaper than what you minted it for. But yeah, that's just something that my little tip, and why I'm starting to get my PZN back. Give me a block. Not a whole lot of VSP providers that let you mine crypto. Actually, Nerd, I think, is using. Oh, okay. Yeah. Actually, yeah. None of the VSPs want you to do that shit. They're gonna hit you hard. That's why low key the run pod concept. Once we figure it out, there is that possibility that run pod could rug us. Because they would be like, wait a second, it's an influx of users snagging the highest units to mine, and they're taking away from our business, which we were getting people that were trying to make photos and run a personal AI. Now we got these crypto miners who got more money, stealing all the fucking energy. So again, this is why I'm saying the debate really comes down to your hardware. If you're saying you're interested, this is probably the moment where you go, you know what? The next time I get 1500, instead of buying crypto, I'm going to buy a sick ass fucking desktop. You know, the next time I get 3K, I'm going to buy the world's dopest computer and get to this bag. Or rent it or whatever. There's some good sites too. Here, we'll keep the conversation going for a second, and I'm going to sign up out of here. So PC Part Picker, or yeah, PCPartPicker.com. If you're saying to yourself, it's time for me to build. Yo, what up, Code? Yeah, I'm using RunPod. I haven't officially set up everything yet because I'm not familiar with Linux. So I got to get familiar with some more things before I keep going. But once I learn it all, it's over. We're going north. Yeah. There's I wonder if RunPod is his too, but actually there's a lot of people on RunPod. So if you go and again, that's what I was saying. RunPod is advertising towards Stable Diffusion and people who want to do their own Python. It's really Python heavy. So it's really for anyone who's in Python and setting up AI. That's why when you go and look at it, it's going to say like how you can, you know, do everything you want to do. Train LoRa's. Just learn a lot of shit. I mean, I've already gone down this rabbit hole multiple times. And that's kind of why I'm saying we going to hack this bitch. We're going to steal it. We're going to steal it. And maybe it is Jack Levin, and maybe he'll let us keep mining with those GPU miners. We got to see what happens. But yeah, RunPod is up. But what we want to do in RunPod is this. Ubuntu. But I haven't found no one's used it in RunPod because they're not using RunPod for that. So there's no videos about it. But this is where they offer they offer Linux in RunPod. So there's an opportunity to do everything, but you need to know step by step how to set it up, because in RunPod the only thing that sucks is they pay you to keep the server. I mean, that's everything. So if you want to keep the server up and you don't want to delete it and go through the processes every single day, you can do that too. But yeah, once you learn how to set this up, you're gravy over there. You are gravy, straight up. What did you say? Hardware. Look up hardware. What you mean by that? Yeah, sign up for RunPod. Because it's going to be simple. We just need one person in the community to hack it. Because they have it right here in the templates. So in the templates, in the somebody in the RunPod community has already created it for us. So they have a server right here. I don't really know how to use this one. I guess you could use this one. Oh no, this is a Ubuntu. That's different. That's a different one. You want to use Ubuntu, which is, where is it at? It's right here. So this one right here. This is the one you want to use. And if you use this template with one of these, then you can get in and, you know, remix mix and a Dulcian. You can remix the GPU. I got really close yesterday. The thing was I forgot 2 commands and the GPU wasn't being called. And now I'm like pissed because I canceled the server. Now I got to rebuild. So I was like, all right, cool. Next time I rebuild, we're going to do it right. And I did that with Jupyter Notebook. I was using the Jupyter Notebook template and got pretty far. This one right here. So they have a Jupyter Notebook template too, which is kind of cool. But again, these things aren't. This one is going to be more designed for what we're trying to do. This Ubuntu. This is going to be more designed for the GPU mining, whereas Jupyter Lab is just for testing. Think of this as a test environment. I wouldn't really dedicate a server to this, because I mean I really like the file management, but I got to get it working. So maybe somebody else can get Jupyter Lab running. $5 an hour. If you don't want to pay $5 an hour, which one is? Yeah, damn. Big ass piece of thunder. Word. I'm gonna sign up for RunPod. You can also use Mint Zen to burn. Oh, for Apex. $5 an hour. Oh, you're talking about the RunPod prices? Yeah, it's like $5 an hour. So what's that? It's quite a bit a day. Well, when you're not running it, well, nah, you gotta be running it. So it is kind of expensive, but that's why I'm saying if you wanted to use RunPod to learn and get some coins. So what I would do, I wouldn't do these ones, these $5 an hour ones. But you could essentially get, like, once you're really good, and again, you're like, yeah, I'm solid. I know how to deploy. Once you're really good at deploying, like, yeah, maybe you step up here. But what I'd recommend doing is doing a community cloud, and doing one of these smaller GPUs first for 34 cents an hour. You know, you'll be able to learn and experiment and brute force some hashes, and really understand it before you go and put some money behind it to, you know, kick in the front door, wave to 4-4, you know what I'm saying? That Biggie Smalls. But yeah, that's what I think of up here. Like, this is like, I know what I'm doing, I'm ready to do it. But down here, again, this is like, hey, let me just get used to it, and so on and so on. But yeah, man, I'm about to wrap this up. It's another week in Zen. Zen price, Bollinger Bands are telling us a good story, telling us we're trying to get to this 200 on the hourly, as well on the daily. Bollinger Bands are letting us know that there is the possibility that we could go on a tiny run this weekend, if all makes sense, on Zen. So we'll see, because there's still a lot of people who are in profit, and a lot of mints are coming out right now and they're dumping them. And just for relevance, you'll see it happening here. All right, go to future mints. Got quite a bit of mints coming out right now. We won't see a lull until the middle of October. So there is some suspected people to dump. And that's why we moved to Zen blocks, because I ain't worried about price no more. I'm holding all mine Zen. I'm accumulating. I'm DCAing. So we'll see where the weekend goes. Also, have y'all seen this? Look at this. Spot holders is up to 104 now. That's great. This is growing hard. Look at that, 6% in the last 30 days. So lots and lots of people holding Zen. Lots of speculation going on. eZen is down, is unpegged from BZen. So eZen is on total discount right now, or EVMPX, sorry. Remember, this is the Bitcoin sector of Zen. This is designed for the Bitcoin world, right? Think of, we have the Ethereum world, the Bitcoin world, then we have our world, where once you accept Zen, you're gonna burn Zen. Once you accept Zen, you're gonna mint Zen. So we touch on all aspects of everything, man. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. But y'all have a good weekend. Be safe out there. Whatever you're gonna do this weekend, you know, positive vibes. We're bringing in a new month. Again, Monday starts a new month, new vibes. So we got to see what's gonna happen this weekend. But again, channel that higher frequency. Try to identify what is noise and what is frequency, and hopefully everything is staying spicy for you. You know what I'm saying? Again, and what I said in the beginning of the stream, even though these things go 2 hours long now, you got to run it back to listen to it. Keep yourself inspired. Don't let that flame go out because you're frustrated. Frustration, or what's it called? Or what's it? Diamond, or pressure makes diamonds. It's the most simple way to say it, but it really does. Pressure makes diamonds, and that's why you're feeling pressured to understand. So something's there for you. You just got to stay at it, keep the frequency high, and it's probably going to appear out of thin air, just like a fucking Zen block. But yeah, man, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out, and become a member if you want to be a channel supporter. Peace.